Hello, hello. I'm doing just a jump on Facebook Live. I did not advertise it in advance. So I'm just going to go ahead and start, as I think most people will be watching this on the replay. So I've gotten my catalogs. This is the Celebration catalog, and this is the, well, it says July, December, but it's actually August through December mini catalog. Now, we're not allowed to open these, but I did want you to know that I have catalogs. If you've ordered from me in the last 6 months, I have one being mailed to you. If you want a catalog and you're not one of those people, you don't have another demonstrator, I'd be happy to send you a catalog if you'll just send me your information. This is the first time we're having Celebration for a second time during the year. So we are going to have Celebration during August and September. So that's right around the corner, August 3rd through the end of September. And I have a few of those items to share with you at the end of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you some of the things that I purchased. As a demonstrator, we get to do a pre-order. So I have a few things that don't really go with anything that I purchased. They go with other things in the catalog. This is a beautiful, let's see what it says, shimmer. It just says Shimmer Ribbon, and it's a gold. It has a little edging on it, and this would tie very easily and look very pretty on your projects. So that's a winner. And this is a ruffled real red ribbon. There's a gingerbread suite in this catalog, the mini catalog. I did not purchase that as of yet, but I just thought this ribbon was really cute and that I would be able to use it on projects. So that's something. Another thing that I bought that I didn't get the entire suite or several things are these matte decorative dots. They are actually an ombre. They get a little bit lighter as they go and come in 4 colors. And I am not sure what those colors are right now, but that's really pretty. And then I did get 2 things from the Halloween. This ribbon is gorgeous. It's a black gingham. This is going to tie easily and be very pretty on projects. And I do know, I don't have a blend in here with me, but I do know that you can use your blends to color this and make it go with anything. It's part of the Halloween area, but this doesn't have to be Halloween. It's black and white. And then if you color it any color you want, there you go. It can be anything. So I'm excited about this. And then this is, I took it out and put it in a baggie, but this is the Cute Halloween Designer Series paper. And I think I've got this pulled out so that I can show it to you pretty easily. So here are, here's one view. Okay, and I think that is maybe the front and the back of all of this, but aren't they pretty? You see the back of this. Okay, well, it just keeps on coming, so I'm going to lay them over here. So it's probably 12 different designs. I love that. I can just see my granddaughter Sagan loving that. And boo, boo, boo. So yeah, these are the different designs on that. So there are 12, and there's 48 sheets in the pack. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not a big Halloween person. Well, I do love it, actually. I taught first grade, so we had to do holidays. But I don't buy so much Halloween because a lot of my customers are not into it. But I think that's really cute. It's not a scary Halloween, it's just cute. And then another thing that they have this year is craft paper in the 6x6. And this is just what it says. There's 20 sheets, and it's just craft. It's kind of thick. So it's like a cardstock, and I'm sure there will be lots of uses. It did come curved like this, and I've seen some other people with theirs, and theirs was also curved. So I hope it's going to flatten out and be okay on your projects. Now the big suite that I really liked has a lot of stuff in it. Let me move it over here. It has 2 stamp sets and 2 die sets and some designer paper. So I think I'll start with the extra stuff. This has the ribbon. It's a very shimmery, easy to tie. It is, let's see if it said how wide it is, 1/2 inch wide. So that's a really pretty gold, and I don't know if that's Merlot or exactly what. It just says metallic ribbon on there. And then this suite also has some of the leaves. These are in various sizes. They're very lightweight, they're very thin, and can just be inserted here and there on your projects. So I think those are pretty neat. They're not going to add the bulk that you sometimes get with things, so it will add to the postage. And there are 30 of them in there. Okay. And then the 2 stamp sets, one is all words, and then the other has pine cones and holly leaves and other kind of leaves. It just looks really, really nice. I love the difference in the font in this one. It's a little bit different. Hi, Debbie. It's a little bit different than some of the fonts that we've used in the past. Now, this die set goes with the words Christmas to Remember. And the die set is called Christmas Pine Cone, and it is very, very intricate. It has some of these background, 2 super large backgrounds, and then it has pine cones. Now, I didn't cut out any of the pine cones. I did cut out the backgrounds, and like I said, they're very, very intricate and almost dainty, especially this top one. So the bottom one is a little more solid, and it looks like this. And I did use a whole 1/4 sheet of paper, the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, to cut that out. And then this one would place on top. You can see these are kind of like pine cone shapes here, and this would go on top of that. I guess kind of like that. Now I'm not going to take the time to just really put it down. And I've got this in shaded spruce and soft sea foam. But it gives you a little idea of how that would fit together on your card. So these are the backgrounds, and it looks like 2 sizes of this pine cone and then one that's a little larger. And then the other die set, if this is something you're interested in, you might almost need to buy it all to get it to work together. Okay, the other dies that go with the Christmas season have the pine cone outlines for both, and actually this has 2 on there too. It's a lot of labels, but it has the 2 outlines for the pine cones, and then it has the leaves and various things. I love the size of the holly here. That would go with that, I suppose. But the intricate dies for these would be in this set, I think. So if you wanted to put an intricate thing over these, you almost would need both sets. So that's the news on that. And then I do like these labels that they have on here, and I was trying to decide what this would be. I don't know if you would put it maybe at the end of one of these labels, each end, so that you would have a little opening. You could run some ribbon or something through there, and then the slot might do the same for that. So there you go with those. I put the way I store this stuff, I use Stampin' Storage, and I'm trying to put it, all my new ones, so that the opening is to the back, to hopefully not lose anything out of there. So that is that, but let me bring in the paper that goes with this. Let me set these out of the way. And here is the paper. And I've got it where I can just pull it out, I think, and you can see all of it. So that, and then this, and then you have this. I think the blue was a little unexpected in that for me. And you have this foliage right here. Let me see if I can not cover all that up. Here is some pine cone. I love that. And here is more of that. What is that red color? Let's see if I can look on the back and see cherry cobbler and real red and calypso coral are in here. Okay, so some of all of that. Then we have this piece. And this one, and then more pine cones. Let's see, can you see all that? Move it over a little more. And then this, one of my favorites, and then this, and this. So, some beautiful paper that goes with that set. Okay, let me slide all this back in, or some way, and set that aside, and we'll go on to the next thing I wanted to show you. And this is called Happy Holly Days, and I just like that bird, kind of a bird thing. And then this one can be bought as a bundle with this punch. Not sure the name of the punch, and I've taken my papers off, and I can't show you the catalog, so if I get it, I'll probably open it up, so I'm going to just not say the name of this. But I did bring a piece of paper so that we could try punching it. Now, I've never punched it before, so we'll see what happens. So I'm going to start down here. We'll hope this works. So there's what it did. Kind of cute. And then this is one of those where you're going to bring what you've already punched out and line it up with the picture that's here. So I'm going to line that up with the picture, and then I can punch again, pull it out, and line it up with that picture, the silver that's right here, and keep punching. And so it makes a border. So that's pretty neat, I think. Okay, and then you have all of your little cutouts that you can use for projects as well. And I don't know if you need any green berries, but you've got lots of cute little holly leaves there. So I'm going to slide that over, and I'll pick up some of that later. And that's pretty neat. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to close that back up and set that aside. The next thing that I got is another punch and stamp set bundle, and this is called Penguin Place, And I got this mainly because my son-in-law is a big penguin thing, has a big penguin thing going on. And I'll just punch this so you can see it. Like I said, I haven't punched these before, so I hope they work. And so you've got your little penguin. You would have your little piece here. You would do that from a different color. And then here's your feet. So pretty neat. Pretty neat. So I'll be working with that coming up soon. And cute little sayings here. This one I wanted to explain. It says down here, I like you a lotto. And you're thinking, what in the world does that mean? But this piece up here goes with it. It's like a little except a lot. So they're calling that a lotto. Just thought I would explain that quickly for you. And I'll move this out of the way. And then the next thing that I want to show you is the Peaceful, The Peaceful Cabin is the name of the bundle. And I'm not sure if the paper is called, let's see, Peaceful Place. I think maybe the suite is called Peaceful Place. And I didn't get the entire suite, but I got a lot of it. Here is the stamp set. And I liked some of the sayings on this because your kindness makes the world a more beautiful place to be. And may you enjoy the peace of this beautiful season. And this has dies that go with it. And it will cut out the outline of this house. But there's also a die, and I should have run that through something. And I didn't. But there's also a die that would just do like a cutout with just the basic shape of the house. And let's see what we've got here. Let me run it through. I've got some orange paper here. Let me run it through real fast, and we'll see what that does. I'm sorry, I should have done that ahead of time. Okay, so you can see it just cuts out the shape of the house, and this will be interesting to see how we can come up with uses for that. But I just thought it was pretty neat. Okay, let me set that aside. And this one has, this piece is for embossing. It has some cutting out of the scenery in the background. It has a cute little fence. I can't wait to see what that's going to do. And then some cute trees as well. And then it also has this ribbon. This is a lot like if you got that black organdy ribbon. Hey, Faith. Just jumped on to show you what I got from the catalog. This is a little bit like that black organdy, but it has the sparkles in the white. It tends to look kind of pinkish, like the sparkles are kind of pink on the ribbon. But then as you look at it in a different angle, it's just shiny. But anyway, that's a pretty ribbon. This will be a good tying ribbon, I think. And then also in that is these subtle shimmer sequins. Now I'm going to open this. I might regret it. But these are really, really pretty. Would make a great shaker card and just adding to your projects. See if I can get that back in. But anyway, I think this is a lovely suite. I haven't had the time to work with any of this, but that's what I'm going to work on this afternoon, is seeing if I can come up with, I need to work up a class for coming up in a couple of weeks, and I need to work up a Christmas class. So I'm going to be busy. Let me show you this paper. And all of this is in a gray and white. It's kind of neat. And it has also, it's a specialty paper. It has some of the shimmer to it. But really, really pretty. I think this one right here is one of my favorites. There is an embossing folder that has a wood look to it like this, and I haven't gotten it yet. And look at that check. So pretty. And then we have the snowflakes, a little hint of shine in there. There's a little metallic or shiny silver look. Some trees. This paper is interesting. It's already divided up into a 6x6 for you. So I'm not sure how to use that, but pretty neat. And the trees are gorgeous, those with the shimmer. And this piece. And this one. I am going to have a paper share. And my information for that is going out on my blog on Monday. I've got it ready to go. So, and then this one, I love that. And then this is one that you would need to cut, I think, this way, and then try to get your 6 cards out of that. But this is just really pretty. I don't know if we have had whole packs of gray and white and silver before. Maybe we have, but I just really love that. So let me slip that aside. I'll just put it back in later. So that is that bundle with the Peaceful Cabin. I think it's the Peaceful Place suite. And that's not all of the suite, but quite a bit of it. And then get this out. I'm trying to do this in some kind of order. I did get this stamp set called Angels of Peace. It's just kind of a single stamp set, but on the same opposite fold, but the same opening of that is an embossing folder called Merry Melody. And this is music. I don't know if you can see, but it's really, really pretty. Just the staff of music. So I think those two would work well together. We'll have to see what we can come up with. And then I did get the detailed pumpkin dies along with the Pretty Pumpkins stamp set. I thought this was it is a Pretty Pumpkin stamp set, and I liked I hadn't heard it really said, if friends were pumpkins, I would pick you. But I like that. So some good sayings there. Now I wanted to show you what these two dies, this die cut out this pumpkin. And I think that is so cute. I cut this out of pale papaya, but I think that it would be really pretty if you added in a little bit of a blending with maybe Calypso Coral or something. Would really make that beautiful. And then this other die right here cuts this one. And again, I think if you hinted that up with some Calypso Coral, or did one in the coral and one in the other, that would be really pretty. So I am going to work on something with that today as well. So let me put that back in and over here. And then there's one last suite that I did get some things from. Hold on just a moment. There we go. And this one is the Harvest Suite. I'm not exactly sure of the exact full name of that as well. But anyway, here are some of the things that are in that. One is a lace ribbon, and I'm going to tell you this is, sorry, I'm going to tell you that this is a thick ribbon. I don't think you could tie a ribbon or a bow with this and send it through the mail without extra postage. I don't know if you could do a knot with it. You might could do a knot and kind of smush it down, but you're probably going to have a little extra postage. But isn't that pretty? I think just as a length across the card might be the best way to use that. And then these are the brushed metallic adhesive backed dots. And I'm not sure which metallics these are. It looks like a gold and a copper and maybe a brushed gold or something like that on there. But that's those. And then there was a embossing folder that went with this called Time Worn Type. And this has words and then just like paper that's been roughed up. And this is the way it looks. And I don't know if you can see much of that. It does have a word here and there because there's the word harvest. And it does have like, I see are forever happy down here. So there's a few words you can see here and there. But just a real pretty embossing folder. And then this is the stamp set. Nature's Harvest is the stamp set. And isn't that beautiful? I was a sucker as soon as I saw this. Now this is, and I love this saying, sending healing thoughts. May nature's beauty bring peace to your soul. Is that not beautiful? Okay. And a reminder to never forget how much you mean to me and so many others. That would be a nice card to get, wouldn't it? So the dies for this cut out this piece, and they cut out this piece. And I am not sure what that is. I guess something you could use kind of in the background of things. And then it reminds me a little bit of the Quiet Meadow dies because it has some extra flowers here and some real pretty labels. And so this looks like a branch to me. And then you've got this, I haven't used these yet. I haven't cut them out, but I can't wait to see what they look like cut out. So even though these were a lot like the Quiet Meadow, I just thought I had to have them because of this flower right here. And I know we keep saying sometimes, why did they do so many flowers? Why did they do that? They have new flowers all the time. And the answer is because people like me buy them. And that's why they continue having that. Another thing that comes with that suite, if you got the whole thing, is cork paper. Now there's just 2 sheets that come, and 2 12 by 12s. This is very thin. The back looks a little bit like craft, but I don't think you would want to use the back. I think you would probably have to be careful cutting this. You don't want a dull blade, I don't think. But this is, I'm looking forward to finding ways of using the cork paper. And then the last thing from that is the designer series paper that comes with it. And this is really, really pretty too. Get that backing off and I'll pull that out. Look at that. That is snow and tree branches. And oh, how beautiful. And then we have this. This reminds me a little bit of the symmetry paper that we have in the current catalog, which reminds me that you might not remember that some of the selected kinds of the designer series paper from the annual catalog, not the specialties, but some of the others are 15% off from now until August 3rd. So if you are a designer series paper person, then you might want to check that out. This is one that speaks to me. I love that. I think I've got it upside down, but it's pretty. So you can see some of the different designer papers that come in this pack. And this is the branches, but you can see very faintly words back there or letters back there. And then like that. It's kind of busy, but I like it. And then this piece. So those are the papers from that. So those are the things that I got with my order, my pre-order as a demonstrator. I had several team members that also put in orders, and I'm always welcoming team members. If you are interested in joining my Love to Create team, get in touch with me. I'll be happy to help you with that. Okay, so I did tell you at the beginning that we were going to have celebration coming up in August and September. If you don't know what celebration is, if you've never experienced celebration, it is a time to get free items with purchase. So for every $50 that you spend during this time, you can order a free celebration item. And now it doesn't carry over to another time. You have to do it with the purchase that you make that day. So some items are 50 are with a 50 order, and some items are with a $100 order. So I'm going to show you what I got, and maybe you can get a little excited about celebration coming up, because there's some beautiful things here. This one maybe is not the more interesting one, but I bet some neat things can be done with this. It's called Textures and Frames. I know in one of the samples they had taken this and done it horizontal and vertical to make kind of a crosshatch look, and that was really pretty. So, and you know, sometimes I'm just thinking, gosh, I wish I had something that had some little dots or splots on it. So I think this will be useful in your stamping. Another thing is this. Let's see what this is called. Dazzling specialty paper. There are 8 sheets in here of 6x6, and I'm going to tell you though that they are very thick, very thick. So I don't know how well this would be to cut. I think it would dull a blade pretty quickly. And I don't know about using it with punches very much or with your dies, because it will dull those blades. So I think you could do it, but I think I would be, I wouldn't do it a lot, I don't think. I did see someone try coloring this with blends, and they were able to do that, and it was still very pretty. So if you had a small, now that would also wear your blend brush out. So if you had a blend brush that maybe was a little worn looking anyway, but still had the ink, that might be what you would want to use there. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see how people use this. Now, I did see a sample on Pinterest yesterday, or Facebook one, I don't know which, where they had punched out there is a reindeer, I haven't gotten it, but there is a reindeer punch, and they had punched that out with of this paper, so we'll see. Both of the first items that I showed you are with a $50 order. Okay, and then this is interesting. These are 2 different items. One is called Counting Sheep, and that is available with the $50 order. And then you can, with another $50 order, you can get the dies that will cut these out. So this would be a total of $100 order if you were to get both of them. But look at the neat fence that's there. It cuts out each of the sheep. It has a cute sun. This piece right here, there are two of them that are a little bit different, but these can be used as grass or as clouds, either one. And that has a little flag. You can cut out the little birthday hat. So these are pretty neat. And I've got an idea I'm going to try. I had lunch with a friend yesterday, and she gave me an idea to try with this. I haven't done it yet, but we're going to see. And then there are some beautiful papers. Now, do you remember, if you've been watching the whole thing, I had a, let's see, here it is, the Penguin Place stamp set and the punch. And in Celebration, they have a penguin paper that you could order with a $50 order. You could choose this, and this is so, so cute. Now, I don't know why this is, but my daughter and son-in-law have decided that everybody needs an animal. And Robbie, my son-in-law, loves penguins and has loved penguins his whole life. Well, they kind of assigned Jesse an animal, which I think is the polar bear. And then little Hazel that's come along, they've given her the fox. So I just thought, I can't believe all of these are together in one paper. So here's this one, and the flip side of it looks like this. And then here is this one. Those are the big shapes. And I'm thinking that you could punch out. I don't know if I can do it. I'm not going to actually punch, but it might be that this little figure here could be punched. Yeah, it could be. But you'll have to be careful, because then you're going to ruin what you have around it. So you got to think before you punch. So there's that one, and the flip side of it is this. And then we have this one. Look at that, the little snowman and everything with their little scarves on. And then you have this one as the flip side of it. And then this one. And again, there's your polar bear, your penguin, your fox. You got some pretty trees on there. And then this is the flip side of that one. I kind of like that a lot. I like those colors together. And then you have this piece. And this is the flip side of that one. I just do love the palette of colors. And then this one. And then here's the flip side of it. So really beautiful paper, and to think that you can get it for free. Free with the purchase that you're going to make anyway. All right. Then this is another one of the packs of paper that you can pick up for free. And I love that gingham. Okay. And then I told you that there was a Reindeer Punch. And it would punch out some of these, because you can see they're going in both directions. So it would punch out the ones going in the same direction as the punch. Or they could be cut out by hand. So there's that. You've got this diagonal stripe with these birch trees. And then this is a kind of a plaid with snowflakes on the plaid. So those would work so well together. And then these green dots with Christmas trees, and some of those trees have that green and black plaid. Oh, think about taking this ribbon, coloring it with your green, and putting all of that together, or even just leaving it as is, would be really, really pretty. And then we have this sheet, and then the snowflakes, and then this diagonal plaid. It looks like crumb cake. Let's see if it is. Sahara sand. And then the last sheet has the little reindeer on there and the Sahara sand. So that's one of the celebration items. And then there's another pack of paper that you can get for free with celebration. This is the beautifully pinned paper. And this one has four each of 3 designs. So it has this design, which is like there's a Highland Heather design just like this in the annual catalog. And on the back of all of those, you have this black dot. And then the next pattern is this stripe. And this is another one of those gray and black and white kind of looks. And then the pattern behind it are these flowers. You could color those with your blends or use it as is. Just really, really pretty. And then the last one is this piece that could be colored. And on the back of those is this wave. So there you go with that. So this is also a $50, with a $50 purchase. You can get that. Now there's one thing that I have that is with a $100 purchase. And it is these dies called Summer Shadows. And these dies go with a stamp set that's in our annual catalog called Shaded Summer. This is a stamp set I already had, so when I saw that they had the dies to cut this out, I had to have it. See how pretty that's going to be? And good sayings on this stamp set. So the dies are just a perfect addition, and then they've got some extra leaves and extra flowers that you can do with that. So that's about it. I have a picture one last time of the catalogs. This is the mini catalog that is starting actually August 3rd through the end of December. And then this is the celebration where you can get free items with purchase during the months of August and September. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And I can't wait to get time to work with all of these things and have samples to show for you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.